Hey everyone, and welcome. So today, we're going to talk about something that, let's be honest, nobody wants to talk about, but pretty much everyone has to deal with at some point. A toilet that's just not cooperating. It's one of those little problems in your house that can cause a huge amount of frustration. We're going to break down what's going on and how you can finally fix it.
Does this sound a little too familiar? Maybe you're trying to sleep, and all you can hear is that quiet, constant hissing sound from the bathroom. Or maybe you're just sick and tired of reaching for the plunger every other day. It's a super common headache, for sure, but you really don't have to live with it.
I bet most of us are nodding along to at least one of these, right? That constant running sound, that's usually just a worn-out flapper seal inside the tank, an easy fix. And the spooky phantom flush, that's just the slow leak from the tank into the bowl. A weak flush could mean the little jets under the rim are clogged up. All of these are basically just your toilet's way of crying out for a little help.
You might think a running toilet is just an annoying sound, something you'll get to eventually. But it's often a symptom of a much bigger and way more expensive problem hiding in plain sight. Let's dig into the real cost of just letting it go.
Okay, just take a look at that number. 6,000 gallons. That is how much water a single leaky toilet can waste in just 1 month. That is a massive hit to your water bill and, honestly, a crazy waste of water. And often, it's a silent leak you don't even notice until that bill shows up in the mail. Ouch.
And beyond the water bill, there's an even scarier risk. You see that little puddle of water at the base of the toilet? That's not just something you need to mop up. It can be seeping down into your subfloor, causing rot, mold, and some really serious structural damage over time. So this isn't just about fixing a toilet. It's about protecting your entire home.
All right, so you know you've got a problem. Now comes the big question. Do you get it fixed, or is it time to just replace the whole thing? This is where a lot of people get stuck. But don't worry, there's actually a pretty straightforward way to figure out the best move. This slide lays it out perfectly. A repair is probably your best bet if your toilet is still pretty new, say under 10 years old, and it's a simple one-time issue, like that flapper we talked about. But if you're dealing with an older unit, one you're constantly having to fix, or one of those old models that uses a ton of water per flush, then replacing it is almost always a smarter investment for the long run.
So whether you decide to repair or replace, the next step is finding an expert you can actually trust to do the job right. And if you happen to be in the Gatineau and Outaouais region, let's take a look at a local company that focuses on exactly this kind of thing.
Now, this isn't some faceless national chain. Plombier Gatineau has been a local, community-focused company for over 12 years now. They've built their entire reputation right here, one job at a time, serving their neighbors. That kind of local history and trust is so important when you're letting someone come into your home to do work.
And this stuff really matters. That RBQ license means they're certified and regulated by Quebec's Construction Authority. Being a CMMTQ member means they're part of the Master Plumbers Association. This isn't just a bunch of paperwork. It's your guarantee that you're dealing with real professionals who are accountable for their work. And hey, that 4.9-star rating pretty much speaks for itself.
I think for a lot of us, one of the biggest fears is getting upsold on something you don't need or getting a nasty surprise on the final bill. Plombier Gatineau tackles that head-on with their honesty-first value. They'll actually tell you if a simple repair is the better choice, even if it means less money for them. That's what you call integrity. Just knowing there's a clear plan can make all the difference. So what actually happens when you call them? Let's quickly walk through their process. It's super straightforward.
First, they figure out the real problem, not just the symptom. Then, they give you that honest advice we just talked about. The work itself? They use quality parts from brands you've actually heard of, and the installation is done right, so no more wobbly toilet. And best of all, they do a total cleanup, leaving your bathroom just like they found it, or maybe even cleaner.
So look, you really don't have to put up with the drips, the clogs, or the worry any longer. To end all that frustration and get a free, totally honest quote, you can reach Plombier Gatineau at 819-317-0262. And when you do make that call, this is their promise to you. They'll show up on time, they'll give you the price before they start, they'll send a qualified pro, and they'll guarantee the work is done right the very first time. It's really all about giving you total peace of mind, from start to finish.
So let's just end with this simple question. After all the hassle and all the headaches, are you just ready to have a toilet that you never, ever have to think about again? One that just works? If the answer is yes, well, now you know who to call. Thanks so much for watching.